Okay, my people, this keeps getting interesting. I received a video featuring an eyewitness who was there present, who observed the building burning. I want you to listen to what he said. It might trigger some curiosity in those of you who are still doubting, who are still in disbelief that there are chances that Christ Embassy and Chris Oyakilome are behind this fire outbreak. Before I comment, listen to what he said.
This eyewitness alleged that firefighters were denied access to the building when they arrived at the scene. A claim Permanent Secretary Lasema says is not true.
As I was coming, I saw the firefighters. They are here. They want to get access inside the compound, but he didn't allow them to get it.
Okay, here's the interesting part. The interesting question. Why were they delaying to put off the fire? Why were they restricting help? Your building is burning, and there's an entire fire truck outside willing to assist to put off the fire, and you're saying no to it. Why? It's a big why. Why? And from another interview that I watched, remember there are other businesses around Christ Embassy. Other business owners were also concerned that this fire might affect their own buildings. They even called for more fire trucks to come to this scene, but guess what? They were told to go back. They were not allowed to enter into these premises. The question again is why? Did they want this fire to damage more property? Did they want this to be more visible, or did they want this fire to be attended to at a later stage when significant damage had been caused? I'm still wondering if your car is burning, if your house is burning, you will literally call for help. But in this case, help came on its own. And they were told, no, you can't enter. And this is coming from an eyewitness account. So all of you who are watching here, you have no say. You can't comment on what an eyewitness is saying. Why would he lie? Why would he lie? That's a question you should be asking. Think through it. Think about it. But, my people, I still have one more important question. One critical question before we wrap up on the analysis of this entire fire break. But I want you to watch this video as well so that you can have an idea of how massive this fire was. Just look at these visuals before I ask the question that I want to ask.
On this Sunday, viral video showed huge fire at the top of the once magnificent edifice owned by the church. This was the situation of the buildings in the church afterwards. Flames and more flames billowing, broken windows as the fire rages on. First responders positioned at strategic areas to check both human and vehicular movement around the church. Though journalists were not allowed access into the church, several water tankers were seen entering the premises.
My people, just hold on and pause and be at ease. Let's reason together. Judging by the smoke from this inferno, we can all agree that this no be small thing. This fire was massive. The damage to this property or to this building was significant. According to the report from Chris Oyakilome himself, or Christ Embassy should I say, they say there were no casualties. And they say no one was affected. So the questions that we probably have are as follows. So does it mean in this whole building, there were no people, not a single head, not a single soul that was there? With all the broken windows, you can tell that this inferno was violent. It was out of control. And the building, I think it even went down. If it did not, its entire integrity was compromised. Are we still on the narrative that there was no one in that building? In your defense of Chris Oyakilome, are you still holding on to that narrative that there was no one injured or no one affected by the fire? Are you still holding on to it? It's just a question that I'm posing to you. If you are, then there's nothing else that I can say that can convince you otherwise. Well, let's jump on to the other anomaly. Have you noticed that from everything Christ Embassy is presenting, no one cares about the people that were there who have not yet been disclosed? The center of their narrative is the building, the integrity of the building, the property was damaged. Chris Oyakilome himself will build a more beautiful auditorium. They don't care about human life. They don't. To them, what is more important is the building. Why is the building the most important thing? Yet there were people that were there, even though they are not disclosed. Because no one can convince me that that building was empty. No one. You can go and argue with your ancestors if you like, but there were people that were affected. I'm still holding on to that belief that people were there in that building. It can be security, it can be anyone. There were people that were affected. But it's going to make the church look bad if they disclose that type of information. That's why they restricted entrance. That's why they did not want anyone to get inside who will not be monitored. That's why they did not want media, journalists, or even an unauthorized fire department team that they did not call themselves. A lot is being hidden. Don't believe what they're telling you. None of it is true. They are hiding so many things. And I'm just hoping that no one passed away in that fire incident. And their main concern is the building. If you can even check, if you can even look at who attended to this scene, not a single ambulance was there present. Not one ambulance is showing. It's just fire trucks. Is it military people, those ones, or are they police to tighten the area? But no ambulance. I want you to just Google, my people, just Google on your phones the standard procedure to be followed when there's a fire outbreak. You first call the fire department. As soon as you drop the phone, you call emergency services, your ambulances, your Red Cross, to come through and assist and evaluate and check if no one was affected by the fire, be it burns or even smoke inhalation. There are so many people in this complex who needed oxygen therapy. Because with that flame or with that smoke coming from the inferno, there's no way that smoke did not affect people in that building or nearby or in the premises. It's impossible. And those people needed oxygen therapy. Did they get it? Because we did not see any ambulance. Why didn't Chris call ambulance? Why didn't Christ Embassy call ambulances? There's no way they can have enough medical aid kit within the church to service or to assist everyone who was affected in those premises. They can't have enough. But they deliberately made an announcement that there were no any casualties. There was no one who was affected by the fire. So that there will be no sign of an ambulance. They did not want this to be bigger than what it actually is. But if you're still holding on, or if you're still believing that no one was affected, it means Chris Oyakilome moved everyone prior to the fire. He told everyone to move before he set up the fire, before he burnt his own building. I just connect the dots, my people. Connect the dots. None of this is adding up. None of this is making sense. There's no way you can have a fire outbreak of this magnitude and you don't call ambulances. Come on, no, never. It's impossible because I did not see any ambulance from all the broadcasts that I've been seeing. There's no single vehicle of Red Cross. And the reason why maybe they did not call ambulances is because they know they had moved everyone away already. So I will not conclude. I will let you conclude. I will let you count your teeth with your own tongue. I will not spoon feed you. I will not spoon feed you. I will let you think. Whatever you conclude, then it's up to you. With that being said, it's Mr. PDT, and I'm out.